welcome to your legs and bum workout. So for this I'm going to use a loop band, a resistance band. If you haven't got one of these, then it would work without. You just might find it works your thighs a little bit more than your bum. But either way, that's fine. So if you have got one, I'm just going to pop that on now. And you want it about mid-thigh. Okay, so not too high, not too low. And make sure it's level. Okay, if it's wonky on one side, it's not going to do your knees any good. So just pop that out the way for a start. And we're going to start off with our good standing posture. And just bear in mind, like with any exercise, if anything doesn't feel right, ease back off where you need to. You can take the band off if you need to, or just rest wherever you need to, okay? So we're going to start with feet hip width, and we're going to start just with some basic squats. So with these, we want to be aware that the knees aren't falling inwards. Okay, the band is there, it's going to try and pull the knees in. We're working through the muscles down the outside of the glutes and thighs to keep the knees over the feet. Okay, so we're just going to go for a couple more of these. Last one like this. And then just take your feet a little bit wider and turn the toes out, and we're going to work again, knees going out over the feet. Okay, just starting to get those muscles woken up, warmed up. If you feel you need a bit more warm up, there are other videos on my YouTube, mobility ones, with a little bit longer warm up. Okay, a couple more here, working those legs. And then come back to your normal squat. Shake the muscles out if you need to. And we're going to build up into a little lateral walk. So we're starting in your squat. I'm going to walk wide. Make sure the knees are coming out wide. In. Wide the other way. And in. Try not to stand up in between. Okay. So all the time we're keeping the spine lengthened. We're trying not to collapse forward through the shoulders. One more the other way. And then rest. We're going to build this up. This is going to get quite long. So we're going back to 8 lateral walks. We're going wide and in, wide and in. Looking after those knees all the time, so we're just in that half squat position. One more each way. Okay, back to a normal squat. We've got one knee going out and in. So for this, sorry, want your feet slightly turned out, okay? One knee going out and in. All right. Let's go the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up, shake it out. All right. Hopefully starting to feel something going on around the legs. Back to the start, back to those squat lateral walks. Wide and in, wide and in. Staying nice and low through the legs, tall through the body. One more each way. And then back to the middle. Turn the feet out slightly. One knee out and in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 4. You will feel that both legs are working. The other leg is working to stabilise. Just rest a sec, and then we're coming down. Both knees going out and in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Starting again. Building on. The next bit's going to require a bit of balance if you need to migrate to the side. So we're coming to that lateral walk again, and we've got 8. 4 from here. 4, 3, keep working through those legs, knees outwards. All right. Turn the feet out ever so slightly. Single knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what he thinks to my videos. Okay, both together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to standing. Single leg coming out to the side there for 8, 7. The leg you're standing on will probably feel this more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same leg. Turn the toes out slightly, push it back. Try not to arch your back too much. Hopefully glutes on the leg you're moving. Leg you're standing on is going to be shouting at you. 2 more. And 1. Okay, other way. Out to the side. And then taking it back. Turn the toes out slightly. Squeezing through the glutes. Try not to arch your back. So a little bit of a forward tilt through the body is fine. Just allows that movement through the pelvis. Okay, we're back down to the start. We've got one more thing to add. So we're back in that lateral walk, coming down, wide and in, wide and in. Two more. And turning the toes out slightly. Single knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3. Stabilising with the leg that's standing still. Both knees together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Single leg to the side. So once you get started, don't come all the way back to the middle. Okay, you're keeping it where the tension is. And then coming to the back, toes turning out a little bit. Slight forward tilt through the body. Okay, let's go the other way. Out to the side. And then to the back. Okay. And we're going to go back to a little bit more balance. I'm going to start with a big stride forwards. So split stance. We're nice and tall through the body, level through the hips. We're coming down into a little lunge position. Already you're going to find that you need to work a bit harder than normal if you've got the band on, because your knee is going to want to fall inwards. Okay, so you've got to work quite hard to keep it straight. And we're going to add, so we're down, forward fold, and back. Okay, so try and keep the same tension. If you've got a band on, try and keep the same tension on your band all the way through. Okay, let's switch sides. Big stride back. Tall through the body, level through the hips. Looking after that front leg. So that is the job of your glutes, to keep that front leg going in a straight line. And then we're going to go into that forward fold, down and forward. Down and forward. 2 more. resting a sec. We're going to go one more time through before we get down on the floor. So, starting with that lateral walk into that squat position. Here we go. Wide and in. Okay, 2 more here. Last one each way. Okay. Into slightly turned out with the toes. Down into that squat. 1 knee. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, out to the side with one leg. And then turning the toes outwards, take that leg back. Concentrate on where you're wanting to work. Okay, and then we're going the other way. And then back. Okay, big stride forwards. And we're coming into that lunge. We've got 4, like this, looking after that front leg. And then coming into that forward fold. So strong in that front leg, connected through the middle. Forward fold. Look at something still while you're doing it. Okay. One last one here. And the other side. 4 lunges. 3, 2, 1. And then coming into that forward fold, nice and strong in that front leg. Resting there. Okay, so I'm going to come down onto the floor. I'm going to start on your front, and if you would like a cushion, you can pop one under your pelvis. That just helps if you struggle to keep your pelvis in neutral. Okay, sometimes you'll feel that it wants to rock forward as you're trying to lift your leg. Okay, and all that does is allows the lower back to work harder and stops the glutes working. So if you want to grab a cushion, grab one now. If you're happy without one, that's cool. Band on or band off, it's up to you. And we're going to work the right leg first. Okay, so we're connected through the midsection and we're starting with a single leg lift. Some of these you're not going to feel much benefit from the band. Okay, the movement's not really big enough to get the band involved. Okay, the biggest thing here is that the abs and the glutes come as a team. 2 more here. And I'm going to go up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. So without the abs switching on, the glutes won't be as effective. Okay, as I was saying before, the lower back gets tempted to arch, the pelvis rocks forward, and the glutes get out of it. So even if you haven't got a cushion, or even if you have got a cushion, sorry, the abs are important to keep that alignment and to allow the muscles to work effectively. Okay, 2 more here. Last one. And then take that leg up and out, and then it's going up and down there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down. Come onto your side with your right leg on top. So we want to carry on working while that leg's still got a little bit of fatigue in there. So tummy muscles switching on, clamshell position to start with. So feet are back in line with your bum and top knee coming up and down. The biggest thing here is that your pelvis isn't rocking forward and back, okay? That will definitely allow your muscles to get away without working. So we're strong in the middle, we're connected, keeping that pelvis in neutral, bringing the feet up off the floor, and let's carry on. Okay, from here, bring your knees up to 90 degrees. Top leg lifts and squeezes back, releases forward. Tummy muscles on so the back doesn't arch. 4 here. 3, 2. In that back position there, we're going up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it there. Have a little breather a sec. Come onto your front again, and we're going to start on the left side. So we've got tummy muscles on, concentrating on the glutes and single leg lifts. Okay, really take your time to focus the mind on this. Okay, it's very easy to let other muscles take over. You might notice your calf or your hamstring. Up, out to the side, in and down. If you need to prod it, that can help give your mind the feedback that it needs, that it is getting the muscles to work. Sometimes the muscles just take a little bit of time to really start shouting at you. Okay, last one here. Up, out to the side, and we're going up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming onto your side, left leg on top. Knees up in that clamshell position, feet back in line with your bum, top knee going up and down. So connected around that midsection. You can have cushions under your hip if you feel you need it, or under your head. Okay, you don't have to have your head propped up like this. It might be more comfy down. And then we're going to go up with the feet, and here we go. So still focusing on where we're working. Okay, bring those knees up to 90 degrees and then squeeze that top leg back and forward. It won't go that far back, okay? You'll be lucky if you get it to in line. So imagine you're pushing your foot back. You're going to feel the hamstring, so the back of the leg. Okay, and then into the back position here, up and down there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it there. Coming round onto your back, we're going to finish off with some spine curls. So, I want to work your right leg first, because it's had longest to recover. So I'm going to start just with your feet hip width, peeling and pushing up and rolling back down. Just make sure, if you've got the band on, that you're working to prevent the knees falling inwards. Okay, so a little bit of tension already there on those muscles. Okay, so I'm going to just walk the feet a little bit wider and hips coming up. Got a single leg going out and in there. So we're pulling that knee out wide and in. Make sure the other leg doesn't move. We've got 4 more. Okay, relaxing back down. Let's have a look at the other side. Hips coming up, single leg out and in. You're going to feel both legs working because the muscles are working on the side that's standing still so that that leg doesn't move. So that you've got something to pull against with the other leg. And then relaxing back down. Okay, this time we're going to go with both knees together. So hips coming up, both knees out and in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it back down. Okay, final thing that we're going to do, and then we're going to repeat through those again. So we've got feet back to normal, and this time we're going to tap. So we're up at the top, we're tapping the whole leg out to the side and back in. Alternating sides here, out wide and in. Again, we're stabilising with the leg that's standing still so that it doesn't fall inwards. One more each way. And relax it down, hook the knees. And we're just going to go through all of those again. This time just a little bit less recovery in between. So feet slightly wider than your hips, hips coming up. Single knee out and in to start with. So on that right side. Breathing out as we open. Concentrate on where we're working. You are going to get lower back, you're going to get hamstrings as well, but try and focus your attention on the glutes. Okay, relax back down, deep breath, exhale back up, left side. Relaxing back down. Nice deep breath. Exhale up, both together. Concentrate on both sides working. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing down, and then finally those taps. So walk the feet in a little bit. Tap. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing down there, hook the knees, rock side to side, and hopefully feeling like those legs have had a good workout. We're just going to take the band off if you've got one on, and just finish off with a quick stretch around the muscles we've been working. So I'm going to start with a stretch up to the ceiling with one leg stretching down the back of the hamstring there. And then releasing it down. Let's have a look at the other side. Deep breath. Exhale into it. Okay, just be aware not to have your hands around the back of your knee. If you can, well, thigh, behind your thigh or calf if you can reach. But there's a lot of delicate structures on the back of the knee, so try to avoid that bit. Okay, and we're going to just relax there, arms out to the side, feet and knees together, knee rolls over one way, just stretching out the back. You might find that your back has been involved. It is part of the posterior chain, so it's very difficult, you can't isolate it off, it's got to work, and there's no problem with strengthening your muscles in your back. One more each way. It just gets them a little bit more prepared for what you want them to do in daily life. And then come back into the middle, hook the knees and up to seated. I'm going to just take the right leg over, left arm hooks, sitting up tall and rotating around, hopefully getting a stretch in the outside of those hips where we've been working. And then round the other way. Come back into the middle.